Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason DeRoss.
It's Monday. It's Monday. We had a morning. I had a morning. I've had a morning. So I apologize for being late. Skis. There's a leak in my roof.
Which is crazy because you're not on the top floor. So it's a leak from your upstairs neighbor, essentially.
Yes. But I am super excited because I entered this chat and everyone's just talking about food and the food that they miss and the food that they're having and some lunch inspo. And now I am starving. So all is well, really. All is simply well.
All is well.
Yes.
I think we'd also be remiss to say today in the States is actually a holiday. So happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody.
Martin Luther King. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Such a important monumental day. I woke up this morning and did a Peloton ride that was a Martin Luther King themed ride, and it was really beautiful. It was really nice.
We had Charlie paint his feet and march on paper to represent the march, and we watched the speech to teach him about kindness.
That's amazing. People. That's really nice. Botting says, Jason sounds normal, and I'm disappointed, says Ashley Botting. It's a really beautiful day today. So, it's an inspiring day. I'm going to try and do some acts of service today, give to some organizations, all that kind of stuff. So, but
got to do it differently this year than you would do it at other years because we got to stay at home, be safe.
Please be safe because
unless you're Rochelle and you're on here somewhere, because we know you're in Australia and you can do whatever you want because you're free of it.
The Rochelle of it all, she can go to concerts now. This is just simply wild. Cindy says, I'm still working today, but not having to deal with the morning rush was nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Well, I hope you're doing well, Cindy, because if you're at work, maybe you're an essential worker, so I hope you're keeping safe.
Exactly. I will say I have hit that point in the pandemic where I'm just I'm just never going to leave my house ever again,
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. There's been some soft days lately because you're just I don't see the end in sight. What the hell's going on with our lives anymore?
I simply and utterly do not see the end in sight. And Voodoo Lion wants to know about the leak of it all. So for me, if you're just catching up right now, I do have a leak in my kitchen roof. So there has been some tinklings of rain.
We haven't spoke about this. I only got quick text messages from you about it. But it is true. You don't live on the top floor of your place. So what's happening? How do you have a leak in your roof?
It's clearly plumbing coming in through the bathroom of my neighbor. So, and it'll get itself worked out. Listen, I did that to my basement neighbor. Okay. So it's but it's always funny when you reach out to your landlord and they're like, well, what time did this start? It's what? The logistics of it at this particular juncture?
Or just fix it.
Yeah.
Just fix it.
Questions like, where is it? What time did it start? It's you know what? Just get someone here and I'll give you the answer. I'm trying to think
what's going on in their brain. What motivates them to ask that? Because what does that mean? What time does it start? The only thing I can think of is wait a minute, was this going all night? Is this about to is your roof going to crash in a second? Is that what he's asking or she's asking?
Right. I mean, I don't know, but hopefully it gets fixed, pronto.
Well, we'll pray for you today.
Thank you. Well, I did have sort of a non-Stacey sort of start to the day where I was up on my Peloton bike at 8 a.m. Okay. Workout done by 8:30.
Wow.
Showered.
So you're living the life I wanted to live today.
Exactly. Showered, went to the grocery store. Okay. Oh my God. Were the senior citizens there? Were we having a time? Absolutely. And then walked the dogs for a really long time, listened to a full podcast, had breakfast. I mean, what a morning. Leaky roof.
You're still going to grocery stores. That's great. I haven't gone into a grocery store in months.
Well, that's because you were in a very, very intense bubble. People got to go to the grocery store. Not everyone can afford the delivery.
Oh, we're not doing delivery. We do the curbside stuff right now. So we'll be
do you have a car?
I get it. The privilege is crazy.
Yeah, but you have a car?
I'm borrowing my parents' car.
Yeah. Great. Don't have that. So if someone has a car and would like to buy me some Greek yogurt, hello. Okay. Jameson says, I hope we get some burger footage staring at the leak. Oh yeah, I'm sure. There was like a ding, ding, ding sound, and I thought things were ending.
I gotta have you talked about your hair, which is like we haven't talked about it.
About what?
I guess my hair, the reason why I'm bringing it up is like, is this bad? Is my hair like, is this front bang that goes like up as high as a tidal wave too much, or what's happening here?
Well, before I tell you where I stand on it, where are you standing on it? How are you feeling about it?
I hate my hair right now. Like I can't stand it, but like I can't. Hopefully we have stuff showing up today, clippers and stuff, and when you see me on Wednesday, I will be cleaned up. Is the goal.
So you've styled your hair. There's obviously pomade in it.
There's zero styling in this. This again is wake up hair is what's happened.
Okay. It's almost 1. So we've just kind of gotten up and gone.
No, when I say wake up hair, it's not like I haven't had a day. I have
you've had child.
A day? We still got up and I've done.
I really enjoy when you have to. I really love when you're like, I have a child. Like just that feeling of like, does everyone know that I have a child? It's like, oh, we're aware. We know that you have a child.
You're like, it got up and it's 1. The last time I slept in past
9 I'm not even saying that.
At least 5 years ago.
Oh my gosh. Listen, my morning is decadent and it's because it's Son's children. It would not be available.
No, you did what I wanted to do. I was like planning to get up today and I was like, great, we got a treadmill here. I'm going to hit it first thing in the morning. And I did not. I failed. So I did fail. There was a failure today.
Yeah, but I also get to get up and like not be bothered. I mean, even my dogs were like, this is too early.
Also, I don't want to put it out there like I am, because you're right. But like, I've also got my parents here, and the support's been insane. So like, am I sleeping in more than normal? Definitely. Are my parents being awesome? Definitely. So
good. You deserve it. Take a break. Isn't that what grandparents are for?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah,
and, I think they love it.
What
Charlie
grandparent doesn't love it? Like,
yeah.
You get up, your grandmother just makes you a sugar sandwich, which is real, and that happened to me, and I think it's absolutely bananas sometimes when I think about it.
To be honest, as soon as you said that, I was like, that's where I mean, I haven't had one since forever, but do you just toast and then butter and then brown sugar? Is that what you're talking about, brown sugar and cinnamon?
It's adorable you think toast. Okay, it's incredible you thought that my grandmother was toasting bread. It was simply butter and sugar.
Like white bread,
white bread, butter, white sugar. Off you go.
Do you want to see 5 out of the 7 things that are wrong with the food industry? They're all in this. 5 of them are in this sandwich.
Sure. And one of them is Stacey McGonigal. She's attached to the food problem. Okay. I have a huge announcement I'd like to make that made me laugh so hard. And I think it's the small moments of joy in a pandemic that really make you feel good about yourself. So long story long, I have been Pelotoning really consistently, like really doing it. And the last time I was like really, really, really like I was doing it. Something happened to me where I basically busted out of a pair of pants.
Yep.
And I was bare-assed
in your own home. In your own home.
No, in an Uber. I was out. I was in like cute little jeans because I had like a cute little bod going. The butt was up. I was developing a butt. And I hopped in an Uber and you heard, which was the sound.
Okay. That's not how it normally sounds. That's great.
Like my ass was busting out of the jeans. Okay. Yeah. I was bare-assed in an Uber. Okay. And it was like kind of summertime. So there was.
You've got underwear on.
I had a thong on. So
you're bare-assed.
First of all, mistake. Because who's wearing mom jeans with a thong? Like I obviously hated myself. But anyways, I had to run home. Okay. So yesterday, Cindy says, I remember the story.
That's the part I wanted to see. You running down the street with that ass out. That would be funny as hell.
With that ass out. Excuse me.
As it was coming out of my mouth, I'm like, this isn't going to sound the way I thought it's going to sound.
Ew, but thank you. I'm also not super offended because thank you.
Is running it a Blink-182 video? I don't know. Like something's going on.
If Blink-182 wrote a song called Running with That Ass Out.
No, but they did a video where they run around the streets naked or whatever.
I know, but wouldn't that be such a cool, sexy song called Running with Your Ass Out? Anyways, I was walking the dogs yesterday and I bent over to pick up Burger's poo. Now, my jeans, these particular jeans, I just want to say, had started to become loose. Okay, so this isn't like tight or whatever. They were starting to become loose in the waist. But obviously, look out. But
Not
developing the butt. This is what happened to my pants. Okay, maybe I'll do a little bit of music because it's absolutely staggering what has happened.
Okay.
Okay, can you see this?
Whoa.
Hold on. Can you see how big this is?
That's a full rip. That's butt out.
Yeah, here. Can I just go? I'm just gonna go full screen on it just so everyone can get the sense. Can everyone see how big this is? Look at that ass. This isn't me pulling at it. This is what happened the second I bent over to pick up my dog's shit. Isn't that crazy?
Perfect. Yeah. Can I say one thing about it?
Yeah. If you have no idea what we're talking about, on Saturday, we had an incredible night on our Patreon where we reviewed TikToks, and Jason, out the gate, just changed the game. It was such a funny night. And if you are on the Patreon and you weren't able to watch it, it's still up. So you can go to our Patreon and watch it.
And the party continued after in the Discord. People hung around. I love it.
Did you go to the Discord and party?
I went too late and people had left.
Are you going to be partying with us tonight on the Discord for The Bachelor?
I think for the second half of the show, I'm going to be with you guys because I gotta get some bedtime going on. But yeah, I'll be there for the second half of it.
That's really exciting. I will say, we are doing dry jam with a chance of rain. I do have a sour beer from our lovely friends at Blood Brothers, and it's like a white wine. It's like a Riesling beer, so I think I'm going to have that with the Bachelor.
That's cool. So it's a sour, but also a white, like probably like.
It's treated like a white wine, so it's like a Riesling. Yeah, it's really, really. It's like I literally, if I had a car, would go there and buy a bunch of those because they're really yummy. Anyways, R.I.P. to these really nice jeans. Like, this is nuts.
Yeah. How old are those jeans?
3 months.
Oh, no. That is too
3
bad.
months. American Eagle. These are great.
I'm still wearing high school jeans, so like that's crazy.
I'm upset. I'm just upset. Anyways, yeah, the beer's really, really good. It's called White Lies by Blood Brothers. Sammy says to send them back. I mean, I don't know if I can. I mean, it's like they would ask, how did these get ripped? And I'd have to say, that ass.
My Peloton butt.
My Peloton butt,
Yeah.
My Peloton butt is here.
It's the Incredible Hulk. Your butt is the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, and when it gets pissed, it doubles in size.
Yeah. Oh, Burger, you had to. Oh no. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at Burger.
Second.
No.
For a second, I thought Burger was behind me taking a shit or something. And I was like, that's impossible. I took him for such a long walk. I just feel like, here's the thing. So this new morning routine of mine of like getting up early, I run out of things to do midday.
Go back to bed.
I guess I can just go back to bed. So I'm glad that I popped my ass because then I had something to kind of like, figure out. Yeah. So Voodoo. Hello, American Eagle. I need a refund because my yeeks are breaking news. I think you meant cheeks, but I would like to call butt cheeks yeeks from now on. But American Eagle has an amazing jeans. They're really good. Really love.
I understand that that's their thing is to like American Eagle jeans blow it all the time. It's their thing.
Oh, really? Oh, Jenna, I see. I'm new to American Eagle jeans. So I thought they were great.
New. Yeah.
If you want to see, if you're listening to this, you can check us out at youtube.com/theregulars. You know that. But anyways, yeah. So they blew out. Yeeks is the vibe, bruh. Okay. Well, my yeeks are out of control, Voodoo. My yeeks are nuts. So yeah, they really blew out. And like, okay.
We've talked about it before. I mean, we've all had experiences. Mine was on stage and I believe you were in that show, but there was one show that my ass completely did exactly what yours did there, except I wasn't wearing a thong underneath.
There's nothing funnier than when you pop down and you just hear that pop and you go, my
Yeah.
ass is out.
Mine heard
My
it
ass
sounded
is
like
out.
a rip. It wasn't the pop. It wasn't a pop. It was like but it is kind of like a pop because it's a fast rip. It just goes whoop, and you're like, oh, geez. I
And
know what
then, as
that
Voodoo
is.
would say, the yeeks are out. The yeeks are bare and the yeeks are there. I like that Jan in the chat is asking for permission to say yeeks. And that is just the epitome.
But see,
of
what
two
it
little
is
Sammys.
like Voodoo's in the know, and we're all parents right now being like, can we say yeeks? Is that okay to say yeeks?
Voodoo is in the know. And, Voodoo was really killing it on our Bachelor chat. So I'm excited to see if Voodoo will be joining us this Monday.
No, this Monday, you mean tonight?
Tonight. And
Is
what
there
will
a
be
show tonight, or do they pause for an MLK break?
I don't think The Bachelor would have the audacity to even acknowledge anything happening in the world. I was watching CNN today, and I heard they were saying
More
that,
brags.
yeah, hello, I had the time. And they said that Trump might be issuing 100 pardons.
They are. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow he's issuing 100 pardons.
Listen,
I think
it's obviously
56 of them are
ridiculous.
for himself. I think 56 of them are for him and his families, and he's giving them out like, that uncle that goes to like your like a bride and groom like party beforehand, and they're like, great, who wants like an arm length of tickets? And that one guy's like, the uncle that buys
Yeah.
it all and just starts passing them out. That's this guy.
Yeah. Just quickly to answer Aaron's question, I will once again after this podcast today go onto the Discord and I'll put the link for the Bachelor chat. So you can join it. And I have to do some more research on the Discord. So if anyone's like knows a lot, let us know, because I know you can give people roles, because I know we have some GIF makers in the Discord making some GIFs and doing some stuff, but you need like permission to use that. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Also, to go back to that conversation, because this is true. Apparently, I guess I shouldn't. Allegedly. Trump is like selling off pardons. I heard it's $2 million. He's apparently being like, "You want a pardon?" And his rich friends are reaching out, being like, "Pardon me for this shit." And it's $2 million a pardon. I heard there's like some high, what is it called? Like well-known artists, like music artists and stuff like that, like some elite music artists and stuff like that are buying pardons. Like
Jameson Kramer brings up one.
Allegedly, I haven't looked enough into this.
Do you think Ghislaine or whatever her name is?
Well, she hasn't been charged with anything yet, is she?
She's in jail.
Okay, so then I guess yes, definitely.
Okay, Jenny, also huge news, unrelated, but it's related to The Bachelor. Apparently, Matt James's ring that he chooses is out of control. Jenny has thrown it into the Discord. So thank you to Jenny. Yeah,
is that normal for The Bachelor to choose a ring this early into the show?
No, but they usually like reveal it. That's really crazy. And you know what's nuts is like, I just think, listen, it's ridiculous. Trump is garbage, just garbage. There is, and the thing that's upsetting too is like, it's out of like a sketch you would be in, or we would write and be like, the day before you leave a presidency, or like, when you were a kid and you were like, oh yeah, imagine like soda fountains, like water fountains, but like soda, like you could just pick the pop that you want. Do you remember doing that? It's like the same thing if a kid imagined what it would be like to be president. Like, even if I got in trouble, I would just like give myself a pardon. I could do whatever I wanted.
Except it's not a kid. It's just that asshole that's like at a party telling everybody the party rules, but not for me, obviously. I could do it. I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Now here comes in two little Sammys with I think she should tweet this. This is very funny to me. I asked to be pardoned because of the time I called a woman Diane and her name was Linda.
In all fairness, it was Linda Hamilton. She was speaking to Linda Hamilton, and so
she was speaking to Linda Hamilton. Yeah. I'm interested to see who he pardons. It's gonna be wild.
Well, the one thing is he's trying to pardon himself. I don't know what he would even call it, but like before he even commits the crime, right? He's like, before I've been charged for anything, I'm pardoned for anything I do in the future or have done and haven't been charged for yet. Which again, maybe I'm getting false news, but because it's all allegedly.
I mean, you can't be coming here for.
He's literally being like, I'm the president. Whatever I do for the rest of my life. This is the whole Nixon thing of like, I'm above the law. Like he's just said it, just in a different context.
But from what I'm saying, from what I was watching and reading, and please correct me in the chat, they're trying to make sure the impeachment goes through, because then he really loses all of like the
monies
perks
and the
that comes with,
and all that other kind of
he
stuff.
loses all that, which he should.
But that's separate from there's two things they're voting on. I love it how we're speaking about this, and it's like, well, I think this
Oh,
was happening. But there's two things that the Senate are voting on. One of them is whether he's impeached, but the other one is the other half of like, what can he run again because being criminally charged or whatever it is.
do you think he'll end up in jail?
No, I mean, look, should he? Yes, probably for a
Yes.
lot of things. The thing is, we forget the laundry list of other things that have happened in his life, assaults. I mean, he should be in jail for assault by now, by the sounds of it.
Well, we
Like,
don't even like the thing is, I feel like people forget, but I feel like one's brain cannot hold the amount of like illegal activity that this man has done. It's like you can't even hold it into your brain.
no. So that's the whole thing. People are now like, well, it's that he caused this insurrection, and it's like, yeah, watch the speech. He definitely did. But
Of course.
you could just be like, there could be a debate of like, well, is this what caused it? Is it just a bunch of can he be blamed for this? Yes, he can, and he did cause it.
Excuse
But
me,
like,
he said,
even
"I
if
love you,
take that
you're
aside and you
special."
get rid of that, there's still a laundry list behind him of
Laundry.
100 billion things that he has done.
Laundry.
It's crazy.
It's
So-
unbelievable.
And I'm sorry. I know there's listeners out there. Maybe we've got listeners there that are like, Trumpers. I have no idea. But
Oh,
like,
then you're wrong. Sorry about it. Jason can fucking walk that line. I won't. I haven't ever before, and I won't again. If you are, you're nuts. I'm sorry
not
about
walking
it.
that line. I'm not walking that line.
No, you can't walk that line. Sorry about it. This isn't.
No, not with this. This is way different than
Yeah,
this is different than any in our lifetime, anything that has gone on. Like, it's divisive, but it's also divisive for a reason. The reason why it's divisive.
Yeah, I mean, without question. Yeah. Stinky. No, thank you. Absolutely no, thank you.
I know. I don't know why I'm trying to be kind about it. Like, no.
Yeah,
this
I
guy's-
don't know why either, Jason. Get with it. Do better.
Especially on MLK Day, where this guy
Especially,
is a racist.
how fucking
He's
dare you?
100% a racist.
Sorry. Sorry to offend the racists out there. Hey.
We've just avoided so much talking about this because, like, we've been doing this now for almost 10 months. I don't even know where we're at now.
I'm
Oh
not
no, I'm just
avoiding
saying. I was going to say,
anything.
as the regulars, we haven't really like jumped into too much. We always kind of talk about other things that are going on, but at any time during this, we could have been like, and been right. What the fuck is going on in this world? Things are nuts, and not
Well,
the
the
pandemic. Politically, things. This guy's a fucking.
Right. And the thing is, it's like we're just not the people that anyone would come to and go, hey, you know what's up. And we go, yeah. But we also like this whole show is just to like be with pals, like connect with an online community and just be like for an hour a day. It's like, let's just like freaking like put it all out there, because we're all going to leave and turn the news back on because Doug Ford is talking at 1:00 in Vaughan, a city he couldn't even spell on his first rodeo. I can guarantee.
Yeah. And so for most of you out there, Doug Ford is he's the premier of Ontario, which is kind of like a governor of a state. So he's going to talk about like what we're doing in this province.
Imagine your brother fell down a hill, landed in shit, and still had to go to court. That's Doug Ford.
If you want to know who he is, he's the brother of the crack mayor that you probably heard of a few years ago from Toronto.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a wild time. It's just, whatever.
Yeah. It's nuts. Should he go to jail? 100%. That was the original question you asked me. I honestly don't think so. This guy gets away with fucking everything.
I know. And that's what's so
blows
infuriating.
my mind. He started his whole campaign with, like, back in 2015 with, I could shoot somebody in Times Square and I would get away with it, essentially. And he's done it. He's killed a lot of people in New York. He's done a lot of things and he is getting away with it. It's insane.
Because Doug Ford's talking in Vaughan. Sammy's goes, I hope Ford's announcement is live from Canada's Wonderland from atop the Ghoster Coaster. If you don't know, we have an amusement park called Canada's Wonderland, and one of the oldest rides there is called the Ghoster Coaster, and it really hurts.
It's also the coaster for children.
It's the coaster it's the coaster. Yeah, you get it. The coaster. It's for kids. It will hurt your back. Yeah. It's one of those things. Yeah. Do you think Canada's Wonderland is good?
Yes.
Because I remember as a kid.
I think it's an underrated theme park, actually. Because if you're outside of Toronto or outside of Canada, you don't know it. Yet if you're in the States, you know about all these Cedar Point ones. And Canada's Wonderland has some pretty cool coasters. I believe only a couple of years ago we had
hold on.
the tallest roller coaster in North America, I think, just recently.
Do you just always call roller coasters coasters? I just want to
No.
know where you're coming from so we
No.
can proceed. Oh, okay. So this is new? This is new? So we're testing it out today?
Yeah, man. Like a coaster, like somebody lives on the East Coast or West Coast, something you put on your table, something, I don't know. Coaster could be a lot of different things.
Took the family to Wonderland there up in Vaughan. Man, those coasters, good time.
Hit the
Cheryl?
coasters, hit the cups, had a chur.
I had a churro.
Yep.
Did I ever tell you the story? I've said it a million times, but this one time that I went to Canada's Wonderland in my high school and I bought a funnel cake and like a huge one for myself, not for friends. And then they didn't charge me and it was a free funnel cake. And sometimes I think about it and I just am like, that was the sweetest treat I've ever gotten.
Little things go a long way. And like, because you're not remembering so much about times at Canada's Wonderland, but you're remembering the funnel cake, and you remember it because it's free.
It was
so
free.
Like, I want to do things like that where it's like, if I worked there and some, like every fifth kid, like I'd get fired, but I don't care. I'd be like, every fifth kid, I just go, here you go. Don't worry about it. And guess
give
what?
money?
I put some extra fucking cream on there for you, pal.
Totally.
Get out of here.
Totally.
Because that kid's going to remember that. And they're even going to
Yeah.
be like, you know what? They're going to be like 27 going, why did that guy do that to me that one day?
That's cool. You'd be like, that guy was cool. It's like, I remember we had to go to this like outdoor wilderness place and it was like early in the morning. And I was like, this freaking sucks. And we had to learn about like sap from trees. And I was like, who freaking would even care about this? And I was like, you know, we didn't have tons of money growing up. And everyone was like buying like fudge and like maple syrup and stuff. Like, because you know, the kids were presumably given money from their parents to like buy something from the gift shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, this stinks. And everyone's eating fudge around me and like maple sugar candies and cookies. And I, you know me, love a snack.
Love it.
But was poor. So I had no money. And then I stepped on something pretty hard and it was like $20 of $5 bills. It's happened twice in my life. One time in LA, in
Wait, how
Target.
hard are these $5 bills?
I just was like, oh, like they were rolled up. And then I was honest. I was like, is this anybody's? They're like, no. And I was like, and then I got to buy maple fudge and cookies.
Did you
I think about
unroll it
that
and
too.
it had a ton of like white powder in the middle of the roll? Like you stepped on a bunch of like bills that were rolled up pretty tight that it was hard?
Yeah, like it was folded. Like, you know, you can take a $5 bill and like you fold it. It's like
I
it
thought
was
you
a
meant
bunch
rolled.
of
I
those.
was like, there was like a bunch of fucking idiots that were like, let's go on the coasters. Let's go.
Yeah, so we were learning about oak and pine, and this guy was doing coke from behind. No, I just stepped on a bunch of money, and then I got to like buy treats for myself. I think about it all the time. About like it was just the most joyous day. Just this chunky little girl just buying maple candies. I love it. It was so good.
Did you buy $20 worth?
Of course. That's funny money, as my grandmother said. Funny money. That's why she always gambled. And she had a little envelope called funny money. And it was like that. And like, so for your birthdays and stuff or Christmas, she'd be like, here's funny money. And funny money is like, buy a bottle of wine, buy the candy, buy the thing that you want, buy the cute lipstick. Like, that's your funny money. This is not to go towards rent.
I'm not going to lie. This is something that we need to put out there because like,
Yes. Yeah.
that's my new 2021 intention is to like put aside a fund that's just called funny money and go, you know what? This is about today. It's not about planning. It's not about stressing. It's not about putting into a 401k.
Yes.
It's literally like, we got funny money. So Charlie, let's go get some churros at the fucking beach and we'll find a coaster. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, she was always so like lovely about that. Like when I was in university, like I'd come home and she would give me $20 and she'd be like, you spend this on something dumb. Like this is not to go towards a bill or anything. Like please go buy yourself a burger. Like go do something with this money that's fun.
That's what we just got. I don't know. This sounds so weird putting this out there, but we just got this for Christmas from our grandmother. Me and my brothers. She's like, look, here's a chunk of money that I want you to go spend right now. And she basically said like, this is the kind of stuff that would be in my will, but I want to see you enjoy it. So go enjoy it.
My grandmother did that too. She gave like anything that would have been left after she passed. This was years ago. She was like, here, she just like gave it out to my aunt and my dad and was just like, take this, like while I'm alive, like here, like, you know. Yeah.
I want to do that like right now for Charlie at my age and just be like, look, before I pass, here you go. I want to see how you spend it.
I mean, it's kind of nice because it's like how often like like how many things are in a cart right now like you're like, oh, I'm not going to buy the blouse. I'm not going to get the thing. It's like I'm also not responsible with money, but it's like you also need to like treat yourself once in a while to keep yourself going. That's why it's like people who don't indulge once in a while on a piece of cake. It's like, well, what are you living for? Because at
Yeah.
the end of it, you're going to be on your deathbed going, why didn't I have that sick cake? It was so good, you
Well,
know?
yeah. And Jen's got a great gram. Look at this. She also
My
did the
grand said that
same
I went to
thing, and she went to
Paris. See?
Paris with it.
Exactly. It's like sometimes you have to treat yourself, and not to a point of being irresponsible, but like, oh my God, go buy like the really nice cheese,
You
Have a
know,
time.
buy a pardon, buy a pre-pardon from Donald Trump.
I'm going to need a pardon soon for that ass. You best believe it's worth 2 mil. Hey, Trump, this ass is about to be illegal.
There was an explosion on Capitol Hill today as I walked the stairs.
So I walked the stairs. I mean, my ass crack.
Wouldn't that be the worst? Like being on as a tourist, and all of a sudden it was like that. It was loud enough that everybody like jumped down on the stairs and be like, "Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on?" And you're like, "I don't know. I don't know."
I don't
Everybody,
know.
let's just let's stay seated for the next hour.
You guys, is everyone else scared? Like I'm scared, but what we just heard.
What we should all do is stay on the ground, and we'll all make our way to the taxi cab circle over there. But everybody just on your bum shuffle towards. Nobody stand up.
No one stand up. This is actually going to be a really good game. Nobody stand up. Everyone close their eyes. I'm going to go away for a sec, and then I'm going to come back. Oh, okay. Rob is bringing up Bling Empire. Now, I haven't seen the show Bling Empire, but Ashley Botting has been raving about it on the gram. She's been raving about this show. So, yeah.
What is it? Is this a reality show, or is this like?
Yeah, Rob, tell us more because I actually don't know. Melissa also has a great little piece of advice here. She goes, every paycheck, $25 goes into like a fun account.
There you go.
There you go.
Called funny money, or what is it? Silly money? What would she call it?
My grandmother called it funny money.
There you go. Funny money.
It was really cute. I wish I had stolen her funny money envelope because it was just so sweet. There's like this grandmother writing that just says like funny money on it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was pretty great. My grandmother wrote the funniest things on pieces of paper, and after she passed, we just found all of her little notes. And I mean like on small, like it would be like on something like this big, like just like a little piece of paper like this. There would be like a little note. So
That's
funny.
amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was like I have some that I've kept maybe like because I'm a crazy person, but it'll just say like 25 plus 3 minus 7. Just like a quick equation. I'm like, what were you doing? Anyways, to answer the Bling Empire question, apparently Botting says it's Crazy Rich Asians meets Selling Sunset, which I love. So
Totally.
I'll be getting into that.
I've never seen the movie Crazy Rich Asians.
It's really good. What?
I know everyone loves it. Everybody loves it. My wife, what happened was this is when Charlie was still pretty new. So my wife went to the theater by herself to go see it while I watched him. And then after your wife's seen it, when am I going to watch it?
Just watch it again. She'll watch it again.
She might.
Do you know what I watched?
A lot of things.
Tiger Woods, the doc.
Oh, really? Okay. This is surprising.
Why?
Well, it's just brand new and it comes out the gate. I didn't think Stacey would be running to a golf.
Listen, if you're gonna pay for Crave, you got to watch Crave.
Oh, it's on Crave. Okay.
HBO for non-Canadians.
Right. Okay, great. How was it?
Boring. I actually felt bad. It would have been more interesting if he was in it. So he had no part in it. He wasn't in it in talking about his life.
Oh, so this is not Last Dance. This is
not Last Dance. And here's the thing. It's like
did it
Tiger Woods is a philanderer, obviously. And obviously like but I don't like obviously it's a deplorable behavior and it's very sad and like he had kids and a wife and you wish that like morally he had made different choices, but like I don't know if I'm offside here, but like anytime I see an athlete, I'm like, they're cheating on their partners. Like he was hanging out with Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley. They loved to go to Vegas. And then he just like started, cheating a bunch and just like really, doing that whole thing. But what's kind of wild from the takeaway, and this does not justify or like his behavior, but like you see that they interview like the National Enquirer guy. He's a sack of shit.
Of course he is. He works for the National Enquirer.
He's like getting off on like, oh yeah, and then we followed him and we followed his like the women, and like you can see footage of like what the paparazzi would yell at everyone involved. It's like that's disgusting.
You gotta say, like, these people get into their, I don't even know if you have to like have any sort of journalistic background whatsoever to work for one of those sort of like rags or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, what do you want to happen at that point in your life? You're just like, oh my God, I can't wait. Like the writers for it literally make crap up about people that would ruin their lives, but they're like, wow, it's sensational. Like it's
some
crazy.
of the stuff, obviously some of the stuff is true. And I feel like Tiger Woods, like, and again, he's not a great guy. But neither is Michael Jordan. And like, neither is like, I feel like people who are, the people that are these exceptional athletes, they're that way for a reason. They're so completely focused. Like it's clear that Tiger Woods' dad only allowed him to do golf, controlled his entire life, made him like basically like a serial killer when it came to golf. Like he was able to compartmentalize so much stuff. It's like not surprising behavior that he would like be obsessed with the Navy SEALs and wanting to get the shit kicked out of him, be like having sex with a million women. I just didn't find that part of the documentary that interesting. I was like, oh, let's talk about the systemic racism in golf that he had to endure. Like he basically got like when he decided to come back after he had all those allegations came out, like the head of the Masters like did this incredibly ridiculous and like outlandish like strip down of Tiger Woods, saying how like, I don't know. I just like, let's talk about
I
that.
get it. And a lot of these guys, like, I didn't see the Tiger Woods thing, and actually I don't know too much about Tiger Woods. I know about how he did, there was infidelity because his wife smashed his window in that one time or whatever.
Oh yeah, and it said that he got into a car crash. They don't even unpack that because they can't.
A car crash? She smashed her thing as he tried to get away from her and like hit a tree or something.
No, right? I know, but that's what I'm saying. But they don't even like look at that. They don't even like unpack that because how could they? And Tiger Woods is so private, and so is his wife or his ex-wife. But like, yeah, I mean, he's just kind of, and he cut out all of his friends. Like when he decided to like go to rehab and address those issues, I think he cut out because he's unable to like deal with any feelings. He cut them all out.
Tiger Woods is rich, so Tiger Woods, pardon.
Actually, I had to look up how much he makes. I think it's like $800 million. That's how much he's worth.
Ah, Jesus.
But you know what's really shitty is like obviously he's a piece of shit. Like I think anyone, again, like I'm sure, and Michael Jordan's a piece of shit.
Maybe
they all said that.
Yeah.
Although like Michael,
for different reasons though.
If Tiger Woods is at a Vegas club, you think Tiger Woods is the one getting the women? Tiger Woods is the one philandering?
No, but you said they all thought Michael Jordan was a piece of shit. What they focused on in the documentary Last Dance, they said he was a piece of shit because of how competitive and shitty he was as a person.
Exactly.
But it wasn't about like him. It wasn't about his.
But that's the same as Tiger Woods.
I don't know. Did
Woods,
Michael Jordan even ever get married? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, he's married now. But like Tiger Woods, like when he was playing, like he was stone. Like he did not interact. There was just blinders. And then now they say like later on in his career, like he's loosened up. He's having more fun with it. What is this? I posted Tiger Woods in a wax figure museum in Orlando. I posed in the golf cart pretending I was going to run him over and captioned it an angry ex. Oh, there was many of those. But it was just interesting because it's like he's an incredible player. And it was just wild during this documentary that some of the writers, like sports writers, were like, he'll probably never reach the record of 19 wins, and that's probably always going to haunt him. I'm like, but he's also still an exceptional player. Why is it reduced because he didn't win? He's not probably going to get this title that like now he's just not the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Is this making sense? I'm just like, what? Like, Man.
It brings up a lot of stuff because like people are put under a magnifying glass once they get in the public eye, especially with athletes too. Uh, I know, like, because my what I watch the most is the NBA, and I know like NBA players used to get like crapped on because they were like they had to put a rule in with like the clothes they wore, or like even like they got caught with marijuana. And I'm like, you guys are insane. These kids are turning 19 years old, and you're giving
Yeah,
them millions of dollars.
totally.
If you would have given that to me at 19, I'm not going to yell at somebody because they went out and bought like the biggest bag of dope they ever saw in their life and
Yeah.
clothes that they want to wear.
Like
And that's what you're yelling at them for.
we're really going to get mad at Michael Phelps for smoking weed.
For,
like, really?
for anybody. Like,
Yeah, like really? No, I'm just thinking, or what was that? What's that
you wonder where
snowboarder?
Ross Ribliotti,
No, but who's the redheaded guy?
Shaun White.
Shaun White, like, didn't he get an Olympic medal taken away from him for smoking weed?
I don't know. Ross Ribliotti.
I was like, really?
did.
That's what Ross Ribliotti. Check out his munchies on Vice. Very interesting. But you know what's crazy too is like, so Tiger Woods got hooked on painkillers because he was like on Vicodin and Ambien and all this stuff. What they showed in the 2-part series is when he breaks his leg playing and he keeps playing on a broken leg.
I don't remember
like,
that.
Oh, so he plays with a broken leg and you hear the crack of his knee and it is unbelievable. And to watch someone with a broken leg play golf, I'm like, that person is a psychopath. Is someone playing with paper?
There's some tinfoil going around in the background right now.
There's some tinfoil. I was just like, am I going crazy? There's some tinfoil going on in the back. You guys making muffins or something? Oh, yeah. There's some tinfoil going on in the back.
Now you've got a glimpse at the beautiful room that I'm in.
Lucky all of us.
Yeah. Wow, you guys are going to fight later.
It's just like he finished with a broken leg or played with a broken leg. And I'm always just like, when did golf become like one of the most mainstream sports? Because it's like, for me, it seems more like a hobby.
Well, you know, I worked on a golf course and you couldn't pay me to play. I'll tell you that. Couldn't pay me to play. I mean, you could pay me to play, but I don't think anyone would really like it. But yeah, it's just not for me. It's too stressful for me. You know, but it was interesting nonetheless. I just thought it was like, yeah, he cheated on all those women. All that came out. He's not a good partner. He's not a good friend. He's emotionally stunted. But I'm like, let's just like, if he was more involved in it, I'd be more interested. But it was a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're spending a lot of times on this Tiger Woods documentary, but it's like, I don't even think you liked it.
No, I just thought it was interesting. I mean, like, I'm sure I'm not the only one, you know, listening to this or in the chat right now. I'm just like over everything on the television.
I know we watched, which was good. Is it called One Night in Miami?
What is this?
No, it's good. It's but it comes from a play, and you can kind of tell the feel of it. It comes from a play because it's so like in one location, and it's a lot of conversation. But it's a really good movie. It's directed by Regina King, and it's about. I don't know how fictional it is. It says based on true events. However, I believe it's all fiction. It's just like maybe Muhammad Ali was in this place at the night. I don't know what the true part is of it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So they one night after Muhammad Ali becomes champion in Miami, they go back to a hotel room with Jim Brown, who was like the biggest football player at that time. Sam Cooke, who's like one of the biggest singers of all time, and Malcolm X. And then they show them having this conversation in this hotel room one night in Miami after that. So it's a really sort of powerful thing. But it just came out on, I think it's Netflix. It's either Amazon or Netflix, but it just came out and it's like
damn,
one of the bigger things going on.
Maybe I'll give that a go because I'm just like, I'm kind of just over everything. I just simply have no time. I mean, I have the time, but you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, oh my God, what else? So that's why I'm, you know.
You know who's in it? Lamar Odom Jr. And now he's do you know who he is, right? From Hamilton?
I know him from Hamilton.
He was my favorite in Hamilton. I
just did a TikTok about my thoughts on Lin-Manuel Miranda.
You gotta stop putting it out so publicly.
I do, because if Lin-Manuel were to say, what did you say about me? I'd be like, I love you. I think you're amazing.
I will be in your musical. I can't sing.
Yeah. West Side Story. So anyways.
I gotta pay my rent.
No, so I did this funny TikTok about Lamar Odom Jr., who's such an incredible talent and just such an amazing singer. And so it's his part of the duet.
Then you do need to see this movie because he sings in it a lot. He plays Sam Cooke.
Amazing.
Insane.
So the sketch or the TikTok is me like me watching like Lamar's part where you're just like, he's incredible. And then it cuts to Lin-Manuel. And I just go like, Yeah, and I go, and then the end is, well, at least he's a good writer. And everyone goes, of course. Now, Jenny said that she was absolutely offended by it. And I was like, Jenny, no. Okay, so one person I didn't know said I was being mean. And that was enough for me to go like, do I have to take this down? Is this mean? Will Lin-Manuel see it? I'm just having a bit of a ha-ha and hee-hee.
I hope that he duets it and like just gives you the reaction of the TikTok.
Yeah, and he'll be like, how's your rent getting paid? And I'd be like, that's fair. Touche, Lynn. I think Hamilton is great. I think it's so impressive. It is just really funny. And also, if I was Lin-Manuel, I would also surround myself with amazing talents. But
Lest we forget, he also did Moana, which is even better.
Moana.
Even better than Hamilton. So
Lin-Manuel, like just the audacity of keeping the goatee after the show. Everything about him is just, it's all coming up. Lin-Manuel, and we're big fans of him. But thank you, Jen. She said it's one of my fave TikToks. And Claire says that she's been thinking about that TikTok. Thanks, Claire. That's nice.
You're killing it. Aunt Stacey on TikTok is murdering it. Aunt
Stacey on TikTok is... in a way, not doing super hot, but she's really trying on the talks. Yeah.
Oh, no. Does that count as a word?
Yeah, you said it really wrong. Moana.
Is that what I said, right? Or I said Moana.
No.
I said Moana.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I will say, Jan did message me and she said, you've got a lot of talks. I was like, do I got too many talks?
Do you know who's coming out the gate hot now?
Who?
PDUSA. I went on last night. There's like 7 new, well-edited killer talks. I'm like, this is crazy. This guy, he's
now
pushing it out.
I will tell you, Rusty rates beers. We're loving what we're seeing.
People that maybe here today but have missed the Patreon on Saturday. You missed a good time.
You missed a great time because, first of all, I made the mistake of wearing makeup, and I would say less than 6 minutes in, it was gone. It was off my face. It was gone. And one of the talks was this guy who rates beers. Now, I have gone back and since watched all of his ratings. He does one about Heineken that he calls a dad beer.
Let's give a little more context. When we say he rates beer, this isn't a sommelier of sorts giving you like a nice breakdown. This is a guy in 30 seconds going, I'm going to tell you how good PBR is at no beers, 4 beers,
8 beers, and 12.
Beers and 12 beers. And it's just a guy saying like, "Good American beer, it's America's beer. We love beer. It's 12 beers.
Boys are loving it. Boys are loving it."
And when he says "boys are loving it," there's only 2 of them in the room.
I mean, I could just play it. I mean, we're really just describing it.
I think let's play. If you missed the Patreon, here's the one that you missed.
Okay,
here's
a taste.
All right, guys, welcome back to Rusty Ranks Beers, where I pick a brand, drink 12 of them, and then give it a score. Today we got Pabst Blue Ribbon. All right, guys, we're 4 in. It's really good pooping beer, but we'll keep you posted after the 8th one. All right, guys, we're right in. We're loving what we're seeing. Made a little drink. Yeah, right. Chris is wondering why he hasn't gotten paid yet. We'll cross that bridge later, but we'll keep you up to date after 12. All right, guys, we're 12 in. We're loving what we're seeing. It's America's beer. Not much else to say about it. a little bit high in alcohol content, which the boys are loving. But other than that, it's about it. It's America's beer. It's gonna be a 8.4 from me.
There's too many things to break down in that video. Like there's the shirt. He says loving what we're seeing, I think 3 times.
He says it, and then my favorite, he goes, "Wait in." And then he just like, it doesn't make any sense. It makes me want to rate beers. Now, would I want to put that on the internet? No.
Yes,
but I want to see me 12 in being like, we're loving what we're seeing. It's high in alcohol content. You know the boys are loving it.
Also, he pauses in the middle of that. So each time he says it, I'm like, oh, he also got stoned. Because he goes, also high.
No, he goes, it's also pretty high in alcohol content, which the boys are loving. I also love the idea that he was sitting with his friend and they were getting pretty lit. And by the 8th beer, he's like, dude, like, are you going to even friggin' like pay me for these beers, dude? Like, I've been paying for a lot of this stuff. Like, his friend obviously brought it up as a real thing.
Yeah, you're gonna get paid.
You're
fine.
gonna get paid.
That's why we're doing the TikToks.
He has one. This guy has one where his hair looks nuts. He goes, it's 10:30 in the morning. I have not gone to bed yet. So right now we're gonna play how many beers can I shotgun before I decide to go to bed. I should have sent you that one.
We cannot condone this in any way, but we can sure support it in a very comedic way.
If you are young and thinking about doing this, or old and thinking about doing this, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay? He's a big frat boy. You can tell he's like a frat guy. Blood Brother, is he listening? Well, I will be enjoying one this evening. A Riesling sour.
Or maybe 12.
We're loving what we're seeing. It's a good pooping beer. Shitting like a champ. It's so funny. I gotta clip all of that.
What is good poop? I'm not gonna get into that.
I don't know, because I think if I drank beer and I just started shitting, I'd be like, you guys, this is gonna be TMI, but I need the room to be good. I can't stop shitting after I start drinking.
If you were at the comedy bar, I'd be like, I'm just going to go home for about 20 minutes and I'll be back.
Sometimes just the thought of someone having to take a shit makes me laugh so much. Like somebody
I thought you were going to say would make me have to shit. You know, like people say, when I see people puke, I puke. But
if you shit, I'm going to shit. If you shit.
All right, guys, let's get the boardroom going. Tom's just in the washroom. He's going to come out. Oh, he's in the washroom? I got to go poop.
Did I ever tell you the story about I was dating this guy and it was our anniversary and we went to this restaurant and
yes,
he left for like 40 minutes. He was in the basement having diarrhea. Oh, what a nightmare that would be. What a nightmare that would be.
It's something that you can only do that. Like you said, anniversary, which means you've been together for at least a year. That's the only time you could possibly do that and go, she'll understand.
Okay, but can I tell you, they didn't want to tell me they had diarrhea. So I'm texting like, where are you? Like,
so then what do you say? I ran into a friend down here.
No, because first of all, it's me. So the second they came up the stairs and sat down, I was like, did you have diarrhea? Did you have diarrhea in the bathroom? You were gone forever. Jenny goes, oh my God, Stacey, this happened to me too. I was on a first date and he went downstairs to throw up and shit for like 35 minutes. He didn't even text her. See, this is the problem. My question is, did you go on another date with him? Or did the date proceed? Because the date cannot proceed. The date cannot proceed.
When do you leave? Like, when do you go, I'm out of here?
I mean, first date, that's got to be mortifying. Like when you like sweat through your white linen pants, like you didn't address it. You tried to pretend it wasn't happening.
Well, yes. And this is how I did that. I think that I walked backwards for a bit. Because all it was like, I didn't have to come back. It was because I was sitting in the hot sun. So it's when I was walking I had to get up from the table and the bathroom was behind us. So I would have had to get up and walk away. So instead you just get up and you walk away and go, I'll be right back. You could order those. You want to order the nachos we talked about as you're walking back, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, look, what does that blimp say?
What does that glimp say?
Blimp.
It sounded like
And then when they turn their head because we were on a patio outside, then you turn around and you run for the bathroom.
I just imagine your 5'4" frame just running in loose white linens.
They were khaki. Light khaki is what they were.
Ugh, I can't. It's and listen, like that's the problem with me is like if something's happening, I have to call it out. I have to be like, are you seeing this? Are you hearing this? Are we loving what we're seeing here? Mm-hmm. So I'd be like, did you sweat through your pants? Did you sweat through your pants?
You know me, to be honest, because I don't remember. I mean, this is so long ago, but I probably just said, I sweat through my pants. Oh, fuck.
I would appreciate that more. Like, there's nothing worse than someone super sweaty being like, so what'd you do at work today? It's like, what did you just do? Do you need a second? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, we've all been there.
You can go on a date. Maybe these boys that you guys are having these 35 minutes.
Certainly boys. Certainly boys.
Well, in the two cases we're talking about for sure, you and then Jenny Sorello was on a date, and she was like, he didn't come back for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe he got on TikTok because that sucks time away. So then when he came back and you're like, what happened? You're like, I was gone for like 5 minutes.
TikTok
you were gone for 35 minutes.
TikTok was not around. Now I have obviously lived with partners or been with someone long enough where when they go to the bathroom, they grab their phone and they're gone for 45 minutes. Now, if you don't think I'm texting them, asking how the shit's going, saying things like, so let me get this straight. You'd rather be sitting in my bathroom in the smell of your own shit, watching basketball than just coming out and just doing that? You're getting those texts, of course. Of course. Isn't that crazy? You must do that as a parent, that you hide in the bathroom. So it means you're sitting in like the...
Not really.
You don't?
Yes and no. There's for sure I'd be like, this is going to be, this is all TMI, but like pre-Charlie,
I thought you were
my bathroom was either like, my bathroom moments, even like no matter what I was doing in that bathroom, were like this. I don't know how, like, there's this stereotype of reading the newspaper, being on your phone in the toilet, because I was like, I don't have the time. I'm in and out. I'm in and out easy.
I think it's your fear of always being in trouble or disappointing someone. That
no,
you
I don't get it. Like, I sit down, everything runs smoothly, and I get out of there. I'm like, good and good. I'm done. But like, since Charlie, you're right. There's probably been times when I'm like,
IBS is real. Sometimes people
stand up right now and get out of here, but like, give me 1 second to breathe.
I have 2 dogs, and I will say to them, I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm going to take a long shower.
Yeah.
And I just close the door, and they simply and utterly do not exist to me.
There was a second city scene with Mr. Casual Friday, and then another alumni read, Janice, and they did a scene where they were like, they showed up at like a CVS at like 3 a.m. or whatever to find baby stuff, so they were new dads. And that's when I remember, because Reed was a parent at that time of like two young children. And he's like, I just sit in there and I just sit in the bathroom. And they're like, yes. They're like, yes. And I was like, oh, is that something? So when I do that now, I think of that scene.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no question.
So weird.
Listen, I've dated people. I've been dating people and gone to the bathroom because I was like, I either need to go and chill the hell out, or tonight's going to be different. Tonight could be different. So I'm going to leave for a second, and we'll just, you've never done that? I of course, you know? Or like when you go to a bar and you don't want to talk to anybody, or you're like, oh my God. And then you just go to the you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then you just sit in the stall and you're like, oh God, I gotta get out of here.
Haley just put it there, and you're 100% right. I went to a college party back in the day, and there was a Game Boy on top of their toilet. Cool idea, but no way. Gross, disgusting.
And I'm going to take a little guess there. All their beds were on the floor. I'm just going to guess that too.
There was a guitar without a stand, probably missing a string somewhere.
I have had sex with every man who does that. Guitar, not on a stand, loose. You never really see them play. Bed on the floor. But they ordered me pizza, so I stayed. You know,
they have pictures on the walls, not framed. It could be they've put something on the wall that's just like they stapled an old record cover on the wall or something.
Here's a strong opinion that I'll throw out there. I'm new. Let's just say I'm new to a relationship. I go to their house. I see a guitar. Okay. Mm-hmm. I see a guitar. I go, oh. There is a moment where I'm just like, oh my God.
Do you start getting flashbacks of smashing a guitar on the street? Is that what happens?
No, I didn't smash the guitar on the street. Okay. I just precariously held it above my head. Thank you. Saying I wasn't crazy. Thank you. No, I just
wait. I thought it was like I'm not crazy, but if it was just holding, were you holding like a say anything hold, or what were you doing? Like holding it like you were going to smash?
I was like, you think I'm crazy? I was just like using my hand.
You got He-Man strength. This isn't like a violin or a small banjo. This is a full size guitar with one hand. Like, rah!
You must have little hands.
I have no strength.
Yeah, because I think everyone can lift a guitar like this.
Well, not everyone.
Yeah. I just feel like, oh my God, Jan, I feel so seen here. She feels the same way about seeing swords on the wall. If you see swords and I love this, Jenny, this is so specific and I love this so much. And I can think of the men that I have slept with who do this. Old beer bottle collections on top of the shelves.
Or just the beer caps. God. And they've stuck them into a cork board or something.
Oh my God. Like... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All the pints, the pint glasses. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know? Oh, and this is what it is, Claire. She goes, my husband has been getting back into guitar and I can't deal with the constant tuning. Love him to death. Not when we were stuck inside in a pandemic. And like, listen.
Also, she called him the husband, which I love.
Oh, the husband. Yeah. The husband. But like, and I'm not saying, hey, I'm not against a guitar. I'm just like, if it's the tuning, it's the thinking, oh, maybe she's like, gonna want to hear what I'm noodling on. Yeah. I don't.
That's just like that would be like stuck with someone that's just like me up here, me
up here, and I'm here, and I need you up here, and I need you up here. Babe, can you join me up here? Come on, babe, come right here, babe.
Yeah. Jameson, I think you're fine with your antique barometer. Just keep it off the Tinder pictures. You know, just keep it off your profile pic.
Yeah. Or like, you know, as long as it's level, you know, you can throw that on Tinder or Hinge, but just don't make sure it's like to an angle. You know, something on the wall that's just not right. Yeah. No, it's there's just something about a loose guitar not on a stand. Now, I will tell you, a friend of mine has an amp and has been like, you gotta come listen to what and I go, I don't care. I don't care. I don't think it's cool. I'm not bringing my like drag queen makeup tutorials to you going, hey, you gotta look at this winged liner, you know, because I know that's for me. Some things are for you and some things are for me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm trying to. So my problem is though this, because I own a guitar and I can barely play. If
you started playing in a room and you were a dear friend of mine and I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah.
In person.
Yeah.
If we were hanging out and you started noodling on the guitar, I'd leave.
Understandable. What I'm getting at is this. I do have a wife and I have a child, and it's not so much a child, but the wife, and we're in this, no matter where I go, you're going to hear it. So like what I'm getting at is like, how can I learn to play a guitar? Because no matter what, you're going to be that person because you don't just start playing a guitar.
Here's the thing. Can I give you some advice?
Because I always want to practice, but I'm like, I don't do it because I'm like, what am I going to do? I mean, I went this out and be like, you're in the room watching Bridgerton or whatever the hell it's called. And I'm going to be like, okay, great. I'm going to just.
Okay, let me just say this. The problem is not that you are on the guitar. If you don't want her to be bothered, you have to keep doing it. The most annoying thing is when you live with someone or you're hanging out with someone and you can tell that they just decided. They woke up and they're like, I'm going to get back into guitar. And then they're just like, like Wonderwall. That's the only thing they can think of is Oasis or whatever.
No Woman, No Cry.
Oh my God, I can't. And you just pick it up and it's like a different thing. You know, you're just like, wait, this isn't normally what you do. And you're like, I'm going to get a guitar. It's like, to fuck you are. But if you keep doing it, then I'm like, oh, they're into guitar and this is what they do. Does that make sense? You have to keep it going. You can't just pick it up once in a while, because if it's a once in a while thing, it just really sticks out as a something I never want happening in my presence.
Yeah. So, but I feel I'm just like, I don't know what to do about the learning process.
Well, you have to actually learn, so keep at it. You can't just once in a while pick it up, because then Jenny's going to have to say to your son, your dad's getting into guitar today. He's doing something with the guitar.
Yes, but what I'm saying is like that means like every day there has to be a moment for like an hour or whatever.
Yeah, but you're not
where
giving.
Jenny goes, oh, here it goes. For the next hour, I've got to hear guitar.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Not good.
No, that's fine. You have to take time for yourself.
I'm gonna
too,
do it on
Jay.
my patio. I'm on the balcony.
Yeah.
I'm on the balcony. My neighbors are close, so they're gonna have to listen to it then.
I think that you should just keep doing. You should find things that you do.
I gotta
that you
find
like.
the time because I also have to finish and start the box set of Friday Night Lights.
Oh my God, let me tell you. Oh my God, we had a big Taylor Kitsch episode. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. So Jenny
Did you
says
ever end up watching? You did end up watching him do Waco, right?
I haven't watched Waco, no.
Okay.
I know. So Jenny says, I'm helping a guy friend out with his first ever Hinge profile, and we had a big discussion about photo options last night. Listen, I want a separate podcast that's just me looking at Hinge profiles going, this is what you need to do.
Also, Miss Cirillo, is this a rom-com scenario where you're helping him out and eventually it's like, we should just date each other?
We should
Is
just
that what's
date
happening
each
right now,
other.
Jenny Cirillo? Be truthful with yourself.
Be truthful with yourself and with us, and name the names.
Name the names.
I will say in a dating profile, I want Shayla's like, please do that, Stacey. It would be my greatest honor. I just want people to put their best foot forward. And I say this like this. You can, in my opinion, you cannot put out what you think people want to see. I think
then
you'll
gotta
find
live my
more.
life, and that's terrible. It's hard to do.
Oh, Hinge
'Cause you're
profile
always-
review is okay. Wait, is this a TikTok idea for me, or it's already out there? I'm sure it's already out there. I'm sure people are doing it. Oh, Jenny goes, oh gosh, you both know him too. I could never
Name names.
name the names. Name the names.
And a lot of the times when people say I could never, I don't know. That sounds like that's the start of a rom-com to me.
There's nothing I want to do more than refine and curate someone's Hinge profile, because I think you need to throw in a little dash of reality. Okay. You know,
We've talked about this before. Your
Yes.
profile pic, you shouldn't be putting out all the ones that you're like, ooh, I look good here. You need to throw out the ones that you're like, should I put this out? Yes, you should. Put that
I
one.
need some hot pics. I need some hot model pics. Okay. Then I
One.
need, yes. And then I need a photo that says I'm a loud woman. Okay. Like if I'm going to sit down, you're going to hear me. Okay. And then I need
I think
like,
you could leave that one out.
yeah. Oh, Sadiqi's in the chat. He goes, guys, totally off topic, but I've become addicted to Chloe Ting because of you. Oh, Chris, let us know what Chloe Ting you are doing.
Let me know where you're on this, Chris, because I'm going to jump back on it to hurt my body even more. I'm going to wreck
Yeah, what are you
myself
doing?
again.
We'll do it with you, Sadiq.
I
Let
will
us know.
100% do this with you.
Please.
Tell me where you're at in this, what one you're doing, and I'm in.
Yeah, that's all Jason needs. He needs a partner.
Injuries. I need injuries and partners. And I'll even, right now we've got just 2 categories in our Discord. Maybe I'll put up like a fitness one to keep us all motivated to keep going. We'll throw
He
a third
said just a
category.
30-minute one. Might be the 2-week shred one.
Yeah. There could be lots of 30-minute things. But
Okay,
that's
so
great.
Cirillo says, I need more hot model photos for my profile. I need to learn how to do makeup. Honestly, Cirillo, you already know how to do makeup. I think all a sultry photo of you needs is like a berry lip, like a raspberry, like just like a colorful lip. And then you either go black and white with it so it stands out and you got like your sexy little lips, or it's like a pop of color and it's super cute. Lipstick. Maybe a little bit, do the lipstick here, a little bit on the cheek, match it up.
This sounds like you're talking about a Betty Boop look. Ask Jan about it.
Betty Boop. Oh, no, just a little bit of lipstick. It gets a little sassy vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should definitely do a full breakdown if people are willing. If you're listening to this and you want to send us your Hinge profile and you are like, down for it and feel
We can
it's all
call it
consensual.
like a pimp my ride sort of thing, but we'll call it something obviously very different for.
And we know this is not an original idea. I've seen it many, many times before. But we would be happy to break this down.
I love it. I know that Voodoo asked for what's Hinge. Hinge just another Tinder, except
Yeah, Hinge is like Tinder, but Hinge is like more questions. I prefer it over Tinder. And I will say, I think my biggest misstep when I was on Hinge is that I made jokes for all of the questions.
I think that you have to have at least, you got to find your balance of like honesty, but buttoned with jokes or something, because you got to put that in there. I say this never having to have looked at one in my life, never having to put one up in my entire life. I have
Yes.
no idea. But for me, honesty would win.
Honesty wins, and I made the mistake of just being super jokey the whole way through. You know,
I mean, yes, both of these are great titles, but I really like Hinge. That's my style.
Hinge, that's my stop. Swing my Hinge.
Swing my Hinge.
Well, listen, let us know. We'd be happy to do it. This concludes
Bling my Hinge? No, that's I was just thinking
Bling
the
my
ING.
Hinge.
No, I was thinking the ing, but it doesn't even. Never
Oh,
mind.
I see what you're saying. We'll keep noodling. Much like a dad with his guitar. So thank you so much for watching, pals. If you had a good time, want to give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We have a big movie night coming up to celebrate the 500, so we will be letting you know about that. We'll be back on Wednesday. Maybe we'll do like a little recap at the end of The Bachelor.
Yep. So watch that, but also jump on the Discord.
Jump on the Discord. Again, the link for the Discord is right down below, and I will put the Bachelor conversation link in that Discord chat. Obviously, there's one rule and one rule only on the Discord. It is no pervs. Don't be one.
Yeah.
Anything else, Jay, before we leave?
Yeah, we've also this year we launched our Patreon, so feel free to jump into that because there's going to be some more events. We just had that fun event on Saturday. I hope people liked it. We had a great time looking at talks.
Such a fun time. We have some comedy shows coming down the pipe for that. Way more events and community events. So if you are interested in the Patreon, the link is down below too. No press. But it is really, really fun. And we will be back on Wednesday. Right?
I love it. So tonight, get your popcorn, Bachelor, everything else. Good.
Yeah, we'll see you tonight for The Bachelor. Bye.